Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Japan 2020. For me, it was amateur hour. For the rest, well, stories up and down the grid. But let's take you through. There were 3 attempts to start this race, and we'll take you through what happened. So, the first qualifying, as you can see, I think this was the one actually where Rob did very well. Sam is up the front, where we go from the grid. Near the back, 14, place 15. We get away, but what you're going to look at here is on the left. I look behind for a moment, but up on the left you can see tangled up. That's John. That's Sam. They were at the front row of the grid, triggered into a massive accident by Max Verstappen. Created some chaos. They were left off to the left. I've been attacked by Kvyat from behind, which somehow I'll get the blame for. Safety car deployed, so suddenly that I go into the back, and it's mayhem at the back, it's mayhem on the track. So we'll red flag this race, as you'll see, and we'll try and start again. Yep, so away we go again. This time I'm further down the grid. I'm going to make a good start though. Away we go. Already you can see I'm moving up past Ken here. I think I'm going to follow Giovinazzi, but actually he's braking, catches me out, and then that cannons me into poor Ken, who's an innocent bystander. I go across the track, and that's Rob with nowhere to go. That's Dave with nowhere to go. Once again we've got carbon fibre all over the place. That's Rob nose first into the barrier. That was entirely my fault. So this race 2 with the track covered with rather a lot of debris. We decided to red flag this one as well. But for a while here we were thinking we were just going to try and catch up with everyone. And as you can see, in doing so, we found that actually it was all quite tricky. Whoa, there we go. That's Rob having a moment. And then here you're going to see, yes, Dave's had an off-track moment too. And as I come and try and pass him, I think he didn't see me there. So anyway, that race, too much gravel, too much debris. Race 3. I haven't improved, to be honest, in my quality of driving, but I am good at starts. Off we go. Dave, off to my left. Let's go ahead of him. It's a nice sunny day now. And as we go into the first couple of corners, I'm going to try and take it easy. Really am going to try and take it easy. So, thinking that Grosjean's going to sweep out, I keep it wide. Let's let him go. Okay, then we'll just slot in behind. I've got Ken behind me somewhere, and I've got Rob behind me somewhere, and Dave I think too. And I think to myself, I could be fast to Dunlop curve, but I'm going to put my wheel onto the grass. There, that's it. I'm across the track, and the others haven't got anywhere to go. That's Dave, you can see behind, sliding in the Renault, and there's Ken parking the Mercedes. Rob's in the Renault, going backwards. There he is on the right hand side. Oh, disaster really. But this time we really have to continue the race, so we do. Quick pit stop once the race gets going again. And now on the restart, up ahead on the left, you'll see in the barrier, this was where Dave parked finally. There he is on the left. Too much of an impact there, so that was the end of Dave, poor Dave. And then another safety car. Yes, that's how bad my day was. I managed to hit Rob up the rear for the restart. So let's get racing at least. We've hardly done a racing lap yet, so away we go. Rob has the problem of hitting the tail end of the field first. He does 2 round the outside, and I think a bollard as well. And carbon fibre all over the place, but that was a good pass. Very difficult to pass here. Over the bump, out onto the main straight. Do what you can. Ken's behind me. I'm about to demonstrate just how difficult it is to pass. You can see the action up ahead. A little bit wide through that corner, Rob there I think, but he's at least made some progress. I think Giovinazzi might leaves me room, but he doesn't. I'll go around, Ken gets ahead, everyone gets ahead. There's Ken now backwards at the chicane. He's had a problem with Giovinazzi, who's almost parked in the chicane. Green flag, and let's get going again. Okay, back up to behind Rob, but I've made a complete hash of that. That means Kvyat's alongside. Oh, I'm going to have to wheel it with him, but I am quicker. Such hard work. Well, I was making it hard work, perhaps. Rob's having a little bit of a moment here. Some rallycross, and then he's very aware that I'm likely to be going down the inside, so he keeps wide. Thanks, Rob. Rob's race would get worse later, but not as bad as mine. I'll hit the bump, and that's it. Just tagged the wall, but there's no wheel left on the car, so that was the end of that. Rob, meanwhile, well, let's take Ken's gone rallycrossing for a start. Rob 2 is finding going difficult. Here comes Ken. There goes Rob. He hasn't hit the barrier as hard as I did. But when you've got damage on your car, a narrow track, it's rallycross time again, and that was a little bit unfortunate. So Rob was fighting the car, having made some progress through the field. Beautiful work demolishing the polystyrene bollard, which we quite enjoyed. I think we quite enjoyed that. Again, trying the limits of the track, bringing out a yellow flag, and then deciding, I think, to test the braking effect. Yep, the braking effect was poor. Poor Rob. Oof, got away with that even though. To be fair to him, straight back and away. But his luck would finally run out when he tried to get it into the pits in the same way as I did. Here he comes, heading towards the pits, and there's a bit of a bump, and he's parked across the track. That was the end of Rob. You can see his wheel rolling down into the pit lane, actually down the left, falls over poor Rob. So Rob's out, I'm out, Dave's out, Ken's still going. The Alpha just smashes into the back. Somehow the race wasn't red flagged at this point, but it was a safety car, and that allowed John, who was having a very good weekend, to catch up with Sam, who was having his customary excellent weekend, and this was the closest really that John would get. On the restart, 6 laps to go. Sam obviously went a little wide there. Ken's now testing the gravel, but yes, it was left then to Sam to finish what he started and bring it home. I think after the first restart he didn't have any problems. It was just that first start that he had a problem with, and for the rest of us, well, not quite such good work, to be honest. Just John and Samir pick up the kudos, and the rest of us, well, we tried, and hopefully we gave you some entertainment. Obviously we'd welcome back Harry anytime to raise the level possibly a little bit, and Craig too, but for those of us who turned up, well, we won't be doing Japan again for a while, which I think we're probably quite appreciative of. Thank you very much to everyone. Congratulations to Sam. Well done to John, and maybe see you next time.